the game of the week. Well, now you got the game after that we're covering part. These next two games are two big games. Dolphins versus the 49ers. This is going to be a good game. And the question was, like, who needs this game more? Like, who needs this win more? All right. And the Dolphins. They need it more.
Okay.
All right. Let me tell you why the Dolphins need it more. Multiple reasons. Number one, Buffalo just took the lead in the division, half a game. So if the Dolphins win, they take the lead back. They can maintain the lead. The 49ers have a one-game lead. They can lose this game and still have the lead. Plus, they're dominating their division. So I don't think the 49ers are worried about winning the division because every time they play the Seahawks, the Cardinals, or the Rams, they win by at least 2 touchdowns. So I don't think they worry about them for real. But the Dolphins, on the other hand, you got the Jets, who they lost to, who is a game behind them, I believe. And the Bills, who they beat, but like I said, the Bills had the lead, have a game lead right now. Also, they needed this W because of Tua. Tua's in the MVP race with Patrick Mahomes. All right. The last time Patrick Mahomes went to play the 49ers, he cooked them. All right. They beat the brakes off him. I think the score was like 35-14, something like that. Patrick Mahomes threw for 423 yards, 3 TDs. He did have an interception, but he did all that while completing 73% of his completions, 73% of his passes. So he had a good game. So for Tua to make a statement in his MVP run, who I think Tua is winning right now, if you don't believe me, go watch the video we made, MVP video, all right? Tua has to come out against the 49ers and have a great, not a good, a great game, something similar to what Mahomes did. Because Mahomes did not play the number one defense. Tua is. So Tua can do what Mahomes did to the number one defense with no interceptions, because he only got 4 for the year, by the way. 4 for the year behind Jalen Hurts. Then, yeah, man. No, he had 3. He towered Jalen Hurts. Then, yeah, man. So I think they will win. I'm picking the Dolphins to win this game. And I think Tua will have a good outing. Probably 3 touchdowns. Probably not 400 yards, but probably 350, but no interceptions.
Stole my notes, man. You stole my notes. The only I picked the Dolphins, and that's my only reason to say they need to win this more is because of your video. That was it. I had nothing else written after that. I said the Dolphins needed more because of Joe's video. That was it. Man. Now I'm going to say the 49ers need more.
With David when you need him. Well, no David, he might pick the Dolphins.
Like, nah. There's 2. I'm on the fence because I said the Dolphins needed more because of your video. But I also said the 49ers needed more to prove my point that Jimmy G has been balling this year. Like, Jimmy G has been balling, and they will not give him his props, man. He is so scorned by that man's last 4 seasons that it's like, look at right now. Jimmy G has the 49ers. No, Jimmy G and the defense, or should I say the defense and Jimmy G? Let me place it like that. Okay. Because ain't nobody really coming there to see Otis. They really there for the defense, a.k.a. David Ruffin. But Jimmy G's not messing up. He's not messing up. Like, he's known for being gimme Jimmy is what he calls him, but he's not messing up, and it's giving the defense more opportunities to, like, rest and come back and put pressure on the other team. This should be the game of the week because the Dolphins are flat out balling. Like you said, Tua has not lost a game since he started, but the 49ers defense is flat out balling. And to see their defense go up against their speed would be very entertaining. It's going to be highly entertaining. So I picked the 49ers to win this game, though. Even though I said the Dolphins needed more, I picked the 49ers to win this game because of their defense. Okay. Now, their run may take a hit because Eli Mitchell went down, and they was killing with that dynamic duo with him and Christian McCaffrey. But now this shows that, hey, since if the Dolphins are as good as they say they are, they have to stop that 49ers rushing attack because they still have Debo, they still have Kittle, they still have Ayuk and Jennings. I'm going to give Davis props because and Jennings. So.
And Jennings. You got it. Yeah, I'm on with the Dolphins, man. And then Tate said that it's hard to throw picks when all your receivers run 4-2. A lot of Tua's passes is in the middle, so it's not like he's throwing bombs all day. So those plays, you gotta be more accurate in the slants versus the deep ball. So I can't give you that. You gotta give my man some credit.
Also, I hate to be on that side too, but if they all run fast, you can either underthrow them or overthrow them, and a pick is waiting in any of those situations. So yeah.
Because Patrick Mahomes had Tyreek Hill too, but I don't think he threw this less of a pick. So I don't know. He probably had. I don't know.
I think he might have thrown less.
But Patrick Mahomes. Oh, speaking of Patrick Mahomes, sorry. Speaking of Patrick Mahomes. Well, before I get to that, the 49ers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy G. Jimmy G is the most disrespected QB in part history, man. For real.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, I'm not saying he's a great QB, but nobody gives him. They give him zero props. Like they give him zero props.
yeah.
Like we praise to
Unless it's his off field selections, yeah, he definitely gets no props.
but think about it. We praise Taylor Heineke for changing the order in the locker room, and people like wanting to play for him. They want to play with Jimmy G.
That's
They
true.
do. They want to play with Jimmy G. When Trey Lance making that, like people didn't want Trey Lance. The locker room was torn when that happened. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I mean George Kittle was like, "That's my quarter." Like George Kittle, like, "Yeah, I'm rolling with Jimmy G." So, like David, if you're watching this, please give my man Jimmy G some more props. All right, because I
Debo
would
said
rather
it.
be, huh?
Remember Debo called out Jeff Wilson when Jeff Wilson was talking about him. It's like,
Yeah,
man, nah, you weren't saying all that when you was here.
facts, facts. Oh, and that's another thing, Jeff Wilson. Oh, we ain't mentioned this. This is the Kyle Shanahan against his pupil. All right, against Mike McDaniels. All right, so
That's true. That's
you
true.
know what I
And
mean. So
and what's up with the algorithm? I don't know if your Instagram algorithm did it, but mine has been doing. I've been seeing all Dolphin stuff lately. Like, what's going on here? Every time I get into a heated debate with somebody within the show or the chat, it's just like Instagram, like and I'll just see all that stuff. Like for a week straight, when that Eagles game was coming on, I see nothing but Eagles stuff. I wanted to deactivate my account, and now this week I see nothing but Mike Daniels like inside the NFL. So he's just on the sideline talking to the players.
by the way, y'all, Kyle Shanahan owns his former coaches. Right? He owns Sean McVay. We know that. I mean, Sean McVay hasn't beaten him yet in the regular season. All right.
Nope.
He owns. Who else he beat? He beat
Oh, Matt LaFleur, right?
Matt LaFleur.
Yeah.
He owns Matt LaFleur. Every time they play for now, they get
And
whooped.
in the
Right?
playoffs, in the snow.
Yeah. So and next you got McDaniel. So we'll see if he, because he's like they saying he's a boy genius, and I like them going to Miami. I really did. I was like, and that's one of the reasons why I picked them to win because he was coming from the Kyle Shanahan tree. It's funny because Nathaniel Hackett came from that same tree, but it's not going well. But
Everybody not gonna work out.
yeah, Robert Sars too from that tree. So we'll see if he could break this trend of getting whooped by your former coach. All right, by your former head coach. All right, so that's that. So the next game we. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button, no matter what you're listening to or watching it. Hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.